Okay, hello everybody, and today we are in Ojiro. Ojiro is in Hyogo Prefecture in Kami town. It's in an area here called Ojiro, and it is on the list of the most beautiful villages in Japan. And so today we're going to go around, explore, and see different beautiful places here in Ojiro. And we're going to decide, is this really indeed one of the most beautiful villages in Japan? So, join me. Let's go around and explore Ojiro and see if it's really one of the most beautiful villages in Japan. Okay, let's go. Okay, and welcome to Ojiro. This is an area in Kami town in Hyogo Prefecture, one of the most beautiful villages in Japan. And this is our first stop of exploring this beautiful village. And as you can see here on this sign, this is Ueyama no Tabata, the Ueyama Rice Terrace fields. And it is on the list of the 100 most beautiful rice terraces in Japan. So let's take a look at the view over here. And as you can see, it's a rainy day. It rains and then it stops and then it comes back. And you can see these really beautiful clouds just moving in, coming over the mountains and into the rice field area. And there is one man down there working. You can see him working in the rice field. But just a really, really beautiful rice terrace. I definitely understand why they added this to the list of the 100 most beautiful rice terraces in Japan. So let's just walk around just a little bit here. This sign here is for Hyogo Prefecture. And this is the 100, there are 150 beautiful kind of view spots here in Hyogo Prefecture, and this is one of them. And so the weather changes so fast here. It'll rain and then it stops and then it comes back again. It's already stopped since I started making this video. So anyway, just before I started filming, just right over there in the distance, you could see some mountains and these clouds covering those mountains in the distance. So it is closed off. Of course, tourists and visitors cannot go down into the rice terraces. It is in use, as you can see that farmer down there working, and so they need to kind of separate the visitors like us from the farmers. So anyway, this is a sign here. It says the Sanin Kaigan Geo Park, and this is a national park that goes along the Sea of Japan, which is called the Sanin Coast. And it goes from Tottori Prefecture through Hyogo Prefecture and up into Kyoto, and just a lot of really beautiful nature. Probably the most famous places in Tottori Prefecture, the sand dunes, and but also places like this right here in Ojiro. We're not very far from the Sea of Japan, and we're really close to Tottori Prefecture. So we're really far out into the middle of the countryside. So there, it's cleared up just a little bit. You can see the mountains in the distance with these beautiful clouds just rolling in and rolling out. It changes very quickly, like I said. So there is a list of the 100 most beautiful rice terraces in Japan, and actually I have made a video of another one of the most beautiful rice terraces, and that was in Osaka Prefecture in Hayakasaka Village, which is the only village in Osaka Prefecture. I visited one of the rice terraces there, so if you want to see another beautiful rice terrace, please check out that video. And also in early summer, these rice terraces are completely flooded with water intentionally so that they can plant the rice and to help it grow properly. And then in summer, the color is a really, really deep green color. And then now we're getting into the end of August here. Of course, autumn is coming very soon. And the color's already started to change. You can see it's kind of like a greenish yellow color here. So yeah, the rain's starting to come down pretty heavy. But just really, really beautiful views here of this rice terrace. Oh, and there's the rain. But actually, I think the rain kind of adds some atmosphere to it with these clouds. So you can enjoy it with different types of weather. So anyway, this is the Ueyama Rice Terrace here in Ojiro. Okay, see you later. Okay, so welcome to Ojiro Shrine, and we are way, way up in the mountains. We went up a very steep road. Some rocks had actually fallen down, and we had to move those so we could get up here. But yeah, as you can see, it's raining pretty hard, but it adds a lot to the atmosphere. So actually, it kind of adds more to it than it does take away. But anyway, you can see here, this is Ojiro Shrine, and it looks like it's freshly painted. It's very well taken care of here, even though there's nobody around. And yeah, just it's a pretty decent sized shrine considering how isolated it is. And so you can see it's nothing but forest here. And we're just going to walk very carefully over to the front area. This is the back area of the shrine. We're going to kind of walk between these cedar trees, down these stone steps. But you can see they got different buildings. I didn't go down there, and I'm not going to, but it looks like they've got something down there, like a monument. And actually, I couldn't find any information on this shrine in Japanese or in English. I just saw it listed as one of the places to visit if you come to Ojiro. And actually, my image of Ojiro Shrine was just something kind of in the town. But it's not that at all. It's pretty isolated up here in on top of a hill, on top of a mountain, basically. But you can see, got a nice little pond here. There was a sign that said, beware of snakes. So I'm trying to be on the lookout. I haven't seen any so far. But there you go. You can see the shrine in the back. We're just going to head this way. Some information over there about the cedars. So I think this cedar tree specifically. Yeah, there's a lot of information here. It's really hard for me to pick through it, and of course this weather doesn't make it very easy. If you can read this, or if you have any information about the this Ojiro Shrine, definitely leave it in the comments down below. I'd love to get some more information about this place. So that was the, I guess in Japanese they would say oku, like the inner shrine. This is the probably the main shrine, or the outside. I believe, yeah, right here. If you can see that, I don't know if it's too dark, but Ojiro Shrine right there. And there's a sign just over here to my left, and it says the elevation is 422 meters. So we're pretty high up in the mountains. So there it is. This is probably the main altar right here. And then just over here, there's a monument. And Ojiro Sugi, the cedar trees of Ojiro. So that's probably the main purpose of this shrine. As you can see, lots of cedar trees in all directions here. There's the road we came up on. Pretty narrow and yeah, not the easiest of roads to drive, but it's a very beautiful shrine here up in the mountains, and yeah, I'd recommend visiting if you feel adventurous. So anyway, that's it from here at Ojiro Shrine. Okay, see you later. All right, hello everybody, and today we are at Kusube Valley. Kusube Keikoku in Japanese. Right here is the sign, and you can see we're here in a valley, and already there's a waterfall right there, and we're gonna go in just really quickly and look around. And actually there's a trail that we're going to follow, and it goes pretty far into the gorge. But we're not going to go all the way to the back of the gorge. Just see the beginning. Really, really beautiful scenery here. This is a restaurant actually, and they are open. Maybe they're getting ready for lunch. Looks like a Japanese style restaurant. Gorges are maybe one of my favorite features of Japanese nature. Just really, really pure nature, really beautiful, really clean air, very fresh. Just following this trail here. Actually, there are two waterfalls. And actually, if you look over to the right, we can see one. So here it is, a geo spot, the Sanin Kaigan Geo Park, here on the Sea of Japan side. And here it is. This is waterfall number 1 of 2. And the name of this waterfall is Sandan Falls. And in Japanese, Sandan means kind of 3-step. So maybe the water comes down. As you can see, it hits that rock there in the middle. Very, very powerful waterfall. Of course, the water just flows down. So they got picnic tables here if you want to sit out and have something to eat. Here's one of the things I thought was really interesting. Very old emergency phone. Very old. I wonder if it even works. All right, so let's look at waterfall number 2. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. Wow, it's so cool here. The wind coming off, the mist coming off the waterfall. It feels so good. And the name of this waterfall is Kamame Falls, which is much bigger than the previous waterfall, Sandan Falls. Of course, you can see the water comes down. Very powerful. And going over to connect with that other waterfall. And of course, it continues down through the gorge where I started the video. So there's the bridge that I crossed over. There it is, Kamame Falls. Very, very beautiful. This would be the perfect place to come when the weather is super hot. You can come here and really cool down. So these stairs go up all the way up to the top of the waterfall. You can see it from the top, and then you can continue following the stream further back into the gorge. But we're not going to go there. Don't have that much time. And one last thing before we leave is they have a sign here about the Geo Park, and the information is in Japanese and English. So you can see here it's got information about Tajirigo, the origin of Japanese cattle. So a lot of people know Wagyu or Japanese beef, very high quality, but this is the origin. This is where it started, right here in Ojiro, and they can trace it back to this specific cow. 99.9% of Japanese beef comes from this cow. But lots of information here. It shows how the geography here, like the valleys, really separated the different pastures, and it was the perfect environment for raising cow, I guess, to be very pure, very high quality. So anyway, this is the Geo Park here in Ojiro. Very beautiful waterfalls here on both sides, here in Kusube Valley. Okay, let's continue exploring Ojiro, and I'll see you later. Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to a different area of Ojiro. As you can see, we are here deep, deep, deep into the forest here in Ojiro. And we're going to see Yoshitaki or Yoshi Waterfall. And so there's a parking lot up that way. It's about 100 meters from here. It's a very well paved walking path. But it said, beware of bears. So I was a little nervous coming down here. But they say to make noise to keep the bears away. And I haven't seen any so far, so I think we're good right now. But anyway, we're really close to Yoshitaki. Right here's the sign in English and Japanese. A prefectural cultural asset, Yoshitaki. It's 28 meters high. It's also got two other small waterfalls that we're going to see. One is 5 meters and the other one is 8 meters, and they're called Golden and Silver Falls. So this is a unique waterfall that you can actually go behind the waterfall. So let's check it out. Here's the bridge. Come across the bridge. Very, very beautiful stream here. And here it is. We're going into the shrine area. Very beautiful moss on these stone lanterns. Right here, it's the Sanin Kaigan Geo Park that we've seen at the other places. This is a geo spot. There it is, the lions welcoming us in. And there it is. And again, it's just super cool here. Really fresh air. The mist coming off of the waterfall. Of course, the water going down the stream there. So let's go behind the waterfall. And over here you can actually see a shrine. And like I said, there are two small waterfalls on the sides here. One is 5. I think this one's 5 meters. It's called the Golden Waterfall. And I think I don't know if you can see, but it actually turns gold here because of the minerals coming in from the water. Changes the color. Then here's the other, the Silver Falls. And there it is. Nobody here, which is very rare in Japan. The other place that we went to see the two waterfalls was also Kusube Valley. We were the only people there. So this is a very rare experience here in Japan, to be at such a beautiful place and to have it all to yourself. That's the magic of these hidden gems here in Japan. So again, this is Yoshitaki here in Ojiro. Okay, I'm gonna try to get out of here without being attacked by a bear. So anyway, that's all for now. I'll see you later. All right, everybody. So this place here, this is just off on the side of the road here. It's not really a tourist spot, I guess, but I just really, really love this view here. Nothing but mountains and forests. Of course, these clouds coming in over the mountains. Just kind of an overcast day, but very, very beautiful view over the valley. And it looks like those are some rice terraces over there in the distance. But nobody here. Only the sound of cicadas here at the end of summer. Really, really beautiful view here. All right, so I guess that gives you an idea of what the nature looks like here outside of the village. And I think next we're going to go over to the visitor center, and that will probably be our last last place to visit here in Ojiro. So let's go over there and check it out. See ya. All right, so this is where we're going to end our video. This is the Tourist Information Center here in Ojiro. And before we go in, just want to show you a few things. But of course here they've got a table. And this is where we had lunch, actually. We brought our own lunch and ate outside here. The weather's perfect today, not too hot, not too cold. There you can see the most beautiful villages of Japan flag. And yeah, they've got a guide map here of all the places to visit here in Ojiro. And then lots of vegetables. These are all locally grown. You can see the prices are on them. And then you just put your money in there. So it's all on the honor system. But locally grown vegetables here. And actually, we wanted to buy some local beef, which is right there. There's a store that specializes in locally grown beef. Unfortunately, it's Sunday and they're closed, so we couldn't get any. But anyway, this is the information center. They've got a lot of good things to see inside. There's a restaurant here, and this restaurant is also closed. A family just came. They were going to have lunch here. Unfortunately, they're closed. But anyway, let's go in and look around a little bit. So you can see they've got a lot of souvenirs. I believe this is the recommended souvenir to buy here in Ojiro. And of course the Tajima beef here. So again, like I said, this is the birthplace of Japanese beef. And actually, right over here in the corner is a Tajima cattle mini museum. You can see there, they've got this cow here, and again, they're very proud of being the birthplace of Japanese beef. So it's just a small museum. They got a few things over here that you can see and read about in Japanese. But they do have some English, and I'm going to show that to you right now. But this is it. This is the cow here. Tajirigo is his name. So anyway, yes, there's Emma-chan. So it says right here, this traditional styled farmhouse is the birthplace of Tajirigo, a famous Tajima cattle. According to a survey conducted by Wagyu Registry Association of Japan in 2012, more than 99.9% of all Wagyu, Japanese black cattle in Japan, are the descendants of Tajirigo, who lived from 1939 to 1958, born and raised here by Mr. Matsuzo Tajiri. Kobe beef, Tajima beef, Matsusaka beef, Omi beef, Hira beef, Maesawa beef, Miyazaki beef, Saga beef, Yonezawa beef. All these globally and nationally well-known brands of Wagyu cattle and beef are the descendants of Tajirigo, since he had 1,449 children all over Japan. So this is it right here. He had 1,449 babies. He went all over Japan and making the purest form of Japanese beef, and that's where it came from. Right here, started in Ojiro, right here with Tajirigo. So all those kinds of beef, probably Kobe beef is probably the most internationally well-known, but it started here. So pretty cool. So, Michael. So anyway, yeah, you can see here. So anyway, let's just look around here at the information center. And actually just across the street, right over there, is the monument to Tajirigo. And then of course you can see just rice fields, forests, mountains, no traffic, just the sound of cicadas. So very, very natural environment here. So anyway, I think this is going to be the end of our video today. Mm-hmm. Do you have anything to say?
Wow, amazing place. よかったら、おじろ来てください。本当に素晴らしいところです。自然もいっぱいで、食べ物も美味しいし、来てください。
Yeah, it was a great visit. We came here, did 2 days, 1 night. It's not very easy to get here. You gotta come by car, and if you take public transportation, I think the closest train station is 1 hour away by bus. So definitely come by car if you can. Rent a car, get here. And lots of hotels and camping and different options depending on what you like, what you want to do. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video today. If you did, please click like, leave a comment down below. And if you've been here, if you've been to another beautiful village in Japan, please let me know. Give me any recommendations that you might have. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.